Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do this entire look. It is way more natural than what I usually do. The eyes are super light, the lashes are smaller, my foundation is matte, my brows are lighter. This is like a whole new world of firsts for me, so I hope you guys really like it. I've just been trying to play around with my makeup techniques a little bit, trying out some new things, and loads of you guys said that you would like to see the new things, so here you are. As always, I'm going to link everything that I tried down below, and if you would like to see how I created this look, then please stay tuned. Hello. Okay, so we're going to go straight into it. I have just sprayed my face with this. It's a secret for now. And I'm going to use a primer that's also a secret. I am trialling it out for the brand and I'm quite excited about it because the other products from this brand I really like. So this is a sneaky start to the video. But I'm just going to apply this primer all over. Oh, it smells so good. I think this is going to be a good one, you guys. But this is my first time trying it out. Feels nice. It's not that silica way. I don't mind it. It depends on what makeup I'm doing. But I'm not a huge fan of the slidey primers. Like, I like something that's got a little bit of tack to it. You know, you can feel it sticky. I just feel like it grabs my makeup a little bit better, stops my foundation just sitting on my face. We're going to try a new foundation today. I just got this in the post. This is the Natasha Denona Transform Matte Pore Vanishing Matte Foundation. I recently did a look on Instagram which you guys really liked. It was a picture, I'll put it right here, and it's just a really nice makeup look that is different to my usual style, but I also edited my eyes in the picture. So I edited my eyes brown. I actually am going to grab some contacts to do some different looks for you guys, but this was just editing that I did on Facetune, and it was so crazy how many of you guys were like kind of freaking out a little bit thinking that I'd done something really crazy to my face, because it does make me look completely different, but the only thing I did was edit my eye colour. So I'm going to use this foundation because in that look I am more towards the matte side. There's much less glow, there's much less kind of highlight and stuff, but I just wanted to try it out, change up the look. So I'm going to use this new foundation. I am going to use the shade Light Medium 30W. If you guys remember, I was pretty obsessed with the Natasha Denona Foundation X. That was ages ago, but I loved it. I don't really know how to apply it, so I'm going to dot it on all over, and then we're going to actually use a blender to blend it in. I just recently started using my sponge. What's this called again? The Velvet Sponge, I think. This is by Elsie Cosmetics. You guys always laugh because you say it looks like something else. I'm not going to mention that on my channel. Probably not going to be enough foundation, but let's just try. Right over my lips. Oh ho ho! I wonder if I'm going to like this, you guys. I never wear matte foundation. Colour's nice, it's a wee bit yellow for me, but that's fine. I don't mind being on the yellower side of the spectrum. I'm going to have to go in with another pump. I'm going to go in straight with a blender just to do my forehead to make sure I don't get any in my hair. It's so strange seeing me matte. The foundation I used in that picture was Born This Way foundation, but I know that you guys want to see me trying out new things, and I do have like my favourite maybe like 4 or 5 foundations that I just alternate between, so it was time to try something new. It's weird the way it sits on the skin, like it's not it really looks like skin. I'm going to add the glow back into my skin with highlight and stuff, but I'm intrigued. I'm going to go in with one more pump just to see if we're buildable. I feel like being a wee bit more full coverage today. And I'm actually going to go in with a brush just to see how it blends. Oh, okay, I like it better applying with a brush. Do you know, it reminds me a tiny wee bit of Fenty. It doesn't dry the same. I feel like Fenty dries a really specific way. I don't think that this is going to do that, and I don't see any oxidising, which is good. I'm excited to see what the finished look is like with this foundation. Right, okay, let's apply some concealer. I'm going to use the Flibber Beauty Light Illusion Concealer in the shade Light Medium under my eyes. And I'm just going to blend that straight in just to see how it works with the foundation. I've got quite dark circles today, guys. Nice. And like I said earlier, this looks going to be a lot more natural for me. I've obviously still got coverage, but it's the way that I apply the rest of the makeup that makes it look quite different to my usual. I'm excited to show you guys. I hope you like it. I am going to contour my face with the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks in Mocha. Forehead, wee bit at the jewel. We're going to start small and work our way up, and I'm going to use my little Smith 115 brush to blend this in. Oh, it's strange working with cream products on top of a matte foundation. We'll see how this goes. Oh, do you know what? It's blending better than I thought it would. Let's use a wee bit of foundation. Do you know what? It just takes a wee bit longer than I'm used to. Gonna apply a wee bit more foundation around my nose. a wee bit more foundation around my nose is what I meant to say. I'm going to use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Instead of focusing the butter bronzer in my contour, I'm actually going to take a bigger brush. This is the Fenty Beauty Setting Brush. And I'm going to get loads of the bronzer and I'm going to apply it kind of more lightly, but in a bigger area. And I'm not going to contour as heavy today either. And then I'm going to apply a fair bit of bronzer just underneath my chin and down my neck, just to make sure things are looking a wee bit more matchy. And then I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller brush just to do my forehead, because I really don't want makeup in my hairline. I wasn't sure how the powder would apply to the foundation because it's matte, but it looks good. Oh, I'm quite excited. My Charlotte Tilbury powder died, so I went in my drawer to look for other powders, and this powder I remember loving so much, but it's just quite expensive. This is the Chantecaille HD Perfecting Powder, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this under my eyes, and I've had this powder for so long, and I remember using it quite a lot, but it looks pretty unused. Apart from this is like from using the powder when my face was wet, I think, and it's kind of going a little bit funny. But for under the eyes, oh my goodness, I love it. Here we go, so we're nice and smooth. I might just take a tiny little bit of this onto my forehead as well, and just my smile lines. Not sure how this foundation's going to wear. I'm going to go in with my Fenty powder brush again, and I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Peach Blush. A little bit of that on my cheeks. I'm just going to pat that away with my blender a little bit because I'm terrified of blusher. Okay, now our base is done for just now. I'm going to zoom you in and we're going to do our eyes together. There you go, so you can see the foundation up close. I think it looks really nice, actually. So for eyes, I'm going to first conceal my lid with the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Ginger. And I'm just going to go in with the top of my beauty blender. This isn't a beauty blender, what's this called? The LC Sponge. And I'm just going to apply that all over the lid up to the brow. So it's really nice and soft and natural. Nothing too bright because our eyes are going to be really soft today. Can you believe I'm doing a matte natural glam? 2019 Jamie's just so versatile. I'm just going to powder my lid with the Chantecaille powder again. It's just so soft and it does the job for the eyes. And then for eyes, we're actually going to go in with one of the NARS single shadows. This is the single shadow in the shade Sophia. You can see it's a really nice soft brown colour, and the way we're going to apply this shadow is with a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to keep my eye open and I'm going to apply it above where my crease is. I would say that this is almost like eye contouring rather than eyeshadow, because I just want a flush of colour. You can see the difference. It's just really subtle and it's not right in my crease, it's not right in the socket. It just sits above and it just breaks up the lid from being the whole one colour. You can kind of pick your brush up and use it on the side, and then I'm actually still winging the shadow out, keeping the arch of the brow free of product, but I'm still bringing it out past the brow. So I'm just building up that colour a little bit, nothing too strong. But I just think that looks really, really nice and soft. And then for under the eyes, I'm going to go in with my favourite palette, the little LC Cosmetics Minimalist palette. If I open it up, you can see it's just got really nice neutral colours in there. To be fair, this shadow is just a different tone, that's why I wanted to use it. But if you wanted to, you could have used either one of these two colours, I would say. But now I'm going to go in with, I'm going to go in with this colour still. And what we're going to do under the eye is we're going to go in with the same shadow, and this is a MAC 209 brush. It's a really tiny detail brush, and we're going to do the fake eye bag technique. It's really big in Asian cultures to make the eyes appear bigger. So you know how everyone does a cut crease on the top lid? It's to make your crease look larger. It's the same thing but underneath the eye. Another YouTuber that loves this technique is Gina Shkeda. She does it quite a lot and it looks brilliant. So I started trying it out and I think it's bloody great as well. So what I'm doing is I'm just getting this tiny wee brush and kind of letting it follow my own eye bag. And it looks a wee bit nuts just now, right? You can go in with your bigger brush and just kind of soften that out a little bit if you want. Same thing in the other eye. And using a small brush like that makes it really, really easy. And then I'm just getting the bigger brush and just softening out any lines. Now I'm going to go into the LC Cosmetics Minimalist palette. I'm going to start with the black shade. And I'm going to really carefully stamp on a thin liner right across the lash line. Then I'm going to take the black and just create a really small little wing. And then without getting any more shadow, I'm going to kind of blend that to make it a wee bit smokier and bigger on the top. There you go, so you can see how that just defines my eye. And then to soften it out some more, I'm going to take the brown shade and I'm going to go over the top. And kind of use the brown to blend it. Same thing on the other eye. If you struggle with winged liner, this is a really nice, easy way to start playing around with your wings, because applying with an angled brush and powder is a lot less scary and it is more subtle as well. Just going in with the brown again. And then you can also take that dark brown shade and slightly define parts of your fake under eye bags. And again, just to stop anything looking too crazy, just give it a good blend underneath with your bigger eyeshadow brush. To make our eyes look a wee bit bigger again, I'm going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 Waterline pencil in Walk of Shame. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of this light eyeliner in my waterline. What I like about this one is it's not white, it's a really nice cream colour. So even though it brightens up the eyes, it doesn't make them look fake. Something I did, which is a little bit crazy, is I took a little bit of this white and just dotted it in between my actual waterline and the kind of under eye bags that I've drawn in. And then I like to add this light pencil right in the waterline in the inner corner. For mascara, I'm going to use the Revolution mascara. I'm just going to show you what this looks like without lashes, but I am going to put lashes on today. But the nice thing about this look is you really don't need it. And then your under eye bags look even better when you add quite a lot of mascara underneath. So see if you look at the difference, it just kind of ties everything together. And I also love the crease, because if you noticed, when I was applying the eyeshadow, I kept it really high up, so the actual lid has nothing on it at all. I'm just going to grab the lightest shade in this little palette and go over my lid, just to make sure it's all nice and matte. And it also adds a little bit more brightness, just like so. It's so funny because it's just not that much makeup at all, but it makes a really nice change. For lashes, usually I go for really, really big full lashes. Today is no different, they're just really quite a different style. So the lashes I'm going to use, actually I've got the exact same ones as I did for the look. These lashes are called #InstaFamous, lol. These are by Lily Lashes, and I'm going to glue them up and stick them on. But the thing that's quite nice about these is they're shorter than my usual false lashes, and they are still thick, but they're the most thick and dense at the very root of the lash. So when I asked you guys what was different about me in that photo, loads of you guys were like, oh, you're not wearing as thick lashes. But people were really wondering what was going on there. It was funny. While I'm waiting for them to dry, I'm just going to do my little freckle. And then I'm actually going to add a little inner corner highlight. I'm going to use the Becca Opal highlighter just to add a wee bit of brightness. And I'm going to add this to my nose just now as well. Highlight goes on really nice. Actually, while you're close up, let's just apply highlight as well. Because what I'm going to do is, you can see my skin's a lot more matte than usual. So usually, you know what I'm like, usually I apply it absolutely everywhere. But I'm literally just going to apply it right on the top of my cheekbone. And then I'm actually going to use a damp sponge to go over it just to make sure that that's sitting really nice and into the skin. Nice. Okay, lashes, are you ready? And they're a little bit more winged out at the sides as well. So I'm going to apply that right on the furthest outer corner. See what I mean? They're much more natural for me, but you're still getting that false lash effect. I do love what false lashes do to an eye look. My favourite. Right, I'm still waiting for those to dry, but we're going to let them do their thing at the moment. I am now going to show you my eyebrows, which I don't always do in tutorials, but I was really excited because I tried a new colour. This is my usual Eyebrow. I absolutely love this brow pomade, it's my favourite. And I'm going to use shade number 3. Now usually I use shade number 5, so it's really, really dark. And it makes my brows look more natural, but I can still carve, like I can still really draw them in, but because it's a lighter colour, it just looks great. So I'm going to get product on my brush, and I'm just going to start accentuating the arch. So I'm not going too heavy with it, I'm kind of going to play around with whatever's on my brows right now, and I'm bringing that right up through my arch. I'm going to leave the front of my brows free of product, and then I'm actually going to go underneath the arch of my brow here, which just makes them look tons thicker. Go right over my arch as well, so it kind of drops my arch a little bit, and you can see it just makes them look tons thicker. I really like it. And again, I'm just bringing that product down towards the front of the brow, but I'm leaving that little portion of the brow completely free of product. Now that the pomade's on, I'm going to use the Gimme Brow Plus, and I'm also going to use that in the shade 3, which is 2 stages lighter than my usual again. And I'm going to brush that right through the tail of the brow on both sides. And then I'm going to take a little bit of time and quite a bit of product to start getting the front hairs looking thicker, more kind of spiky at the front and a little bit darker as well. And what you need to do is once you've started doing the front of your brows, you need to give them a little second to dry, and then you just keep on going over and over. And then now that these lashes are dry, I'm going to give them a really good squeeze. So they're really, really close to the lash line, they look really nice and natural. And they've got a really nice curl to them, but again, from straight on, they're less like my usual. Okay, eyes and brows are all done. I'm going to zoom you out and we're going to finish our face. I really like how the bronzer is really soft, the highlight's really, really soft, and the skin is matte in the centre, you can see. And I've not had to powder it anywhere else. I've also not done any nose contouring. I think I might add, not a contour, but I'm just going to take my bronzer brush that's got bronzer left over on it, and I'm just going to pat either side of my nose and then just the tip. So it's not a contour, it's just like it's been sun-kissed. Bam, bam, bam. A little bit of sunshine. Bam, 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 bam. Nice. Okay, for lips, I really like the technique I used for this. I used my favourite lip liner. Honestly, I can't see past this lip liner. This is the Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine liner. It's number 600. Even though this look is natural, I'm still going to overline my top lip just a little bit. Just like so. I'm going to line my bottom lip. And then for lips, I'm actually going to drag this lip liner down, blend it in with my finger into my natural lip colour, which has got foundation on it, which I like. I do not like my natural lip colour. I think it's too pink. For my lip colour on my bottom lip, I'm going to use the YSL Liquid Colour Balm in number 5. It's a really gorgeous coral, and I actually tried these out for the first time when I was in Japan, and I really, really loved them, and I totally forgot about them. So I'm going to apply this, pat it in the bottom lip, and literally just the centre of the top lip. I'm going to accentuate the eye bags just a wee bit more now that the makeup's all on. It actually doesn't look as bold as I wanted it to be, so I'm going to literally get that darker brown. And then I'm going to take that light pencil again and just go over the skin in between the eye waterline and the fake eye bag. And then I'm going to add a little bit more bottom mascara because it's literally the love of my life. And then just to set her face, I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, my big daddy sized one. Can someone find a really gorgeous fan for me to buy, because this is a joke and I'll need my fan. Maybe a fun one. Maybe a personalised one with my name on it, if anyone can find that. Just as usual, to make sure everything's set into place, I'm going to take a little bit of my powder and just go over the areas that tend to move for me, like my under eyes, my chin, my smile lines, and my forehead. So I absolutely love the Colour Balm, but just for a little bit of extra gloss, I'm going to use the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy, just in the centre of my lip, on the bottom lip, not the top. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to take my hair out and that's it done. So you guys, that is the finished look. I hope you really liked it. For someone who wears a lot of makeup and likes a dewy finish and all that stuff, I actually really, really love this makeup. I think it looks really, really nice, because this is pretty much the first matte foundation I've tried in a long time. But I really, really like the way that this makeup turned out. I hope you guys did too. And other than that, I will see you in the next video. Bye! There's a reason we're using matte foundation. Nice. I say that all the time. Nice. My Charlotte and I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier oh my god, why is my laptop so fucking noisy? Now I'm going to go into the Elsie Cosmetics and I'm just going to show you what this looks like. And I've got a dog hair on my face, I can feel it. Oh my god, it's so tickly.